Hello, welcome to Virtual Global English. My name is Grant. As always, before we begin, let's preview the vocabulary words and expressions. Victim, instrument of death, get twisted, clues, a shot in the dark, to suspect foul play, motive, doting, to cash in.
In the next set of videos, we will be watching clips from one of my favorite movies, Knives Out, which was written and directed by Rian Johnson. Knives Out is a modern-day whodunit murder mystery movie that is set in America in 2019. In this video, we will preview the movie and get introduced to the main characters through movie trailers.
Oh, good evening. I'm film director Rian Johnson. I'd like to extend a personal invitation to you. An invitation to murder. We begin this case like so many before, with a victim and an instrument of death. But that's where the mystery gets twisted. A house full of clues and a plot full of suspense. What happened to Harlan Thrombey? It was a perfect crime until he showed up. The great Benoit Blanc, a brilliant detective. He suspected foul play.
I suspect foul play.
As the family unravels, so does the mystery. Everyone has a motive. Was it the jealous son, Walter Thrombey?
No.
Was it the trust fund grandson with a grudge, Hugh Ransom Drysdale?
I'm warning you.
Or did the desperate daughter-in-law, Joni Thrombey, kill to keep her sham business alive? Or were daughter Linda's doting ways all just a cleverly constructed act to cash in on her father's demise?
Oh my God.
But anyone in or out of this family could have done it. The true killer and the sinister plot can't keep their secret buried forever. And a mystery that proves family can be murder. We begin this case like so many before, with a victim and an instrument of death.
Victim. This is the person who has been injured, attacked, or killed by another person. For example, a murder victim, or a victim of violence or abuse. A victim is also a person who is fooled or cheated by someone else. For example, the victims of a scam.
So there could be no comparison made between your gun and the bullets taken from the blood-stained corpses of the victims. This was revenge of a much more brutal and cold-blooded nature. Consider this: 4 bullets per victim.
Instrument of death. This is a murder weapon, or the means by which someone is killed. For example, a gun, a knife, a rope, etc. Basically anything that can be used to end someone's life.
You each have a lethal weapon. If you denounce me to the police, you will also be exposed and humiliated. But if one of you kills Wadsworth now, no one but the 7 of us will ever know. The only way to avoid finding yourselves on the front pages is for one of you to kill Wadsworth. Now.
It's not Wadsworth.
Is he alive?
That's your body.
But that's where the mystery gets twisted.
To get twisted. This is when an unexpected change occurs in a story. For example, I love it when a movie has a surprising twist at the end.
I see people. They don't know they're dead.
You're a ghost, la 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 la. You're a ghost, la 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 la. And I'm the church and I've come to claim you with my iron drum. La 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 la. You're a ghost.
house full of clues and a plot full of suspense.
Clues. Things that help solve a mystery, find something, or understand something. For example, the movie gives plenty of clues to solve the mystery.
When I met you for the first time yesterday, I said Afghanistan or Iraq. You looked surprised.
Yes, how did you know?
I didn't know, I saw. Your haircut, the way you hold yourself says military. But your conversation as you entered the room...
A bit different from my day.
Said trained at Bart, so army doctor, obvious. Your face is tanned, but no tan above the wrists. You've been abroad, but not sunbathing. Your lips really bad when you walk, but you don't ask for a chair when you stand, like you've forgotten about it. So it's at least partly psychosomatic. That says the original circumstances of the injury were traumatic. Wounded in action, then. Wounded in action, suntan, Afghanistan, or Iraq.
You said I had a therapist.
Got a psychosomatic limp, of course you've got a therapist. Then there's your brother. Your phone, it's expensive, email-enabled MP3 player. You're looking for a flat share, you wouldn't waste money on this. It's a gift, then. Scratch is not one, many over time. It's been in the same pocket as keys and coins. Man sitting next to me wouldn't treat as one luxury item like this, so it's had a previous owner. Next bit's easy, you know it already.
The engraving.
Harry Watson, clearly a family member who's given you his old phone. Not your father, this is a young man's gadget. Could be a cousin, but you're a war hero who can't find a place to live. Unlikely you've got an extended family, certainly not one you're close to, so brother it is. Now Clara, who's Clara? 3 kisses says there's a romantic attachment. Expense of the phone says wife, not girlfriend. She must have given it to him recently. This model's only 6 months old. Marriage in trouble then. 6 months on, he's just given it away. If she'd left him, he would have kept it. People do sentiment, but no, he wanted rid of it. He left her. He gave the phone to you. That says he wants you to stay in touch. You're looking for cheap accommodation, and you're not going to your brother for help. It says you've got problems with him. Maybe you liked his wife. Maybe you don't like his drinking.
How can you possibly know about the drinking?
Shot in the dark. Good one.
A shot in the dark. This is a wild guess or estimate. A very general attempt. Well, this is just a shot in the dark, but I'll say that the answer is A.
I suspect foul play.
To suspect something. This is to consider something to be true. For example, I suspect that he's at home playing video games. To suspect foul play. This means to think or believe that something bad has happened, like someone was murdered. The police suspect foul play. They don't think it was a simple suicide. They think he was murdered.
Run interference, I'll meet you downstairs in the bar in say half an hour.
We're back here.
Is the last place they'd suspect.
Family unravels, so does the mystery. Everyone has a motive.
Motive. This is the reason for doing something, like murdering someone. For example, I think he's guilty of the crime because he had a clear motive to do it. He had an obvious reason for committing the crime.
Now, was it the intention of the Shaolin monk to insult Pai Mei? Or did he just fail to see the generous social gesture? The motives of the monk remain unknown. What is known were the consequences.
Or were daughter Linda's doting ways all just a cleverly constructed act to cash in on her father's demise?
Doting. This means showing a lot of attention or love. She loved her doting grandmother. I smiled dotingly at my kids. I always try to be a doting father to my kids.
Or were daughter Linda's doting ways all just a cleverly constructed act to cash in on her father's demise?
Cash in. This means to make money from a situation, particularly in a dishonest or unfair way. For example, some lawyers like to cash in on other people's misfortunes, like a divorce or a car accident. Okay, let's review the vocabulary words and expressions we learned today. Victim. Instrument of death. Get twisted. Clues. A shot in the dark. To suspect foul play. Motive. Doting. To cash in.